All right, let's talk about something big that's happening right now. For the last 20 years, the internet has played by a certain set of rules, unwritten rules mostly, but those rules and the entire world built on top of them are starting to shatter. Today, we're diving into a massive shift, a revolution that really signals the end of social media as we know it and the dawn of something completely new.
And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? For so long, we've all been living inside these walled gardens. These huge centralized platforms where we post, we share, we connect, but they own everything. The pipes, the data, the rules. Our digital lives have basically been on loan. But now, those walls are starting to show some serious cracks.
So the big question is, why now? I mean, why is this 2-decade-long party finally coming to an end? Well, it's not just one thing. It's actually 3 deep cracks that are forming in the very foundation of the social internet. Let's get into what they are.
It's like a perfect storm. There are 3 massive pressures, all hitting at once and pushing the old system to its breaking point. First, you've got government stepping in with heavy regulations. Second, there's a huge crisis of what's even real anymore, thanks to AI. And third, well, creators and users are starting a revolt, demanding to finally own their digital lives. Let's break each one down.
Okay, so the first crack is what we can call the sovereignty squeeze. All around the world, governments are tightening the screws with more regulation, and we're seeing this big push for mandatory, state-linked digital IDs. Now, that might sound okay for security on the surface, but it creates a monster of a privacy problem, right? It centralizes all your personal data under one single, very controllable authority.
So what's the other option? Instead of an ID that just hands over all your data, imagine something called a Universal Integrated Identity, or UIID. It uses this really clever bit of tech called zero-knowledge proofs. The best way to think about it is this. You can prove you have a key to open a door without ever actually showing someone the key. You can prove you're over 21 without revealing your actual birthday. It lets you verify who you are without giving up your private data. It flips control from them back to you.
This second crack, this is something we all feel every single time we scroll. Our feeds are just flooded. AI content, deep fakes, bots everywhere. And the old algorithms, they were designed to just chase engagement, to get you to click. They have no idea how to tell the difference between a real human connection and just synthetic noise. We are in a full-blown authenticity crisis.
So how do we possibly fix that? Well, the proposed solution is this fascinating idea called vibe coding. Seriously, instead of algorithms just hunting for clicks, imagine building a community around a shared goal, a shared vibe. Like a network just for organic farmers to swap secrets, or a space only for musicians collaborating on a new album. It's about building networks based on real intent, not just fake engagement. And that third crack? Yeah, it's all about the money. The creators, the actual people who make these platforms valuable in the first place, are just fed up. They build these massive audiences, and what do they get for it? They have to pay these insane success taxes, huge cuts of their revenue, to platforms that are basically just acting like digital landlords. They are so ready for a new deal. So, with the old system crumbling under all these problems, what does the future actually look like? Well, the vision is pointing towards the rise of the super app, or what some are calling the everything app. It's a single, unified place for your digital life. If you've ever heard of WeChat over in Asia, you've already seen a super app in action. It's wild. It's one single app where you can message your friends, sure, but you can also order dinner, pay your electricity bill, and even manage your finances. It's one seamless home base for your entire digital world. Now, this visual shows the absolutely revolutionary jump. On the left, that's the centralized model, like WeChat. One company owns the whole city, sits in the middle, and controls everything. But the new Web 4 vision on the right, that's totally decentralized. It flips the entire model on its head, giving you the tools to build and own your own everything app. It puts you, not a corporation, at the center of your universe. I know. This all sounds incredibly ambitious, right? Me, build my own digital ecosystem? I'm not a coder. Well, hang on, because this whole vision is being backed up by a new generation of tools. Tools designed to make it possible for pretty much anyone to become a builder. The core idea here is something called SNAS. That's Social Networks as a Service. Think about what Shopify did for e-commerce. It gave anyone, anywhere, the tools to build their own online store without being a tech genius. SNAS is trying to do the exact same thing, but for social networks. It
It gives you the foundation, the tools, so you can build your own digital world exactly the way you want it.
So what's actually in this new digital toolkit? It's really built on three main pillars: a core studio to build the foundation, that decentralized identity system to keep it secure and yours, and then modular plugins to add pretty much any feature you can dream up. The engine driving all of this is what's being called a Web4 Studio. You can think of it as the ultimate construction kit for building your own digital microcity. And by using that vibe coding idea we talked about, the whole point is to let anyone, not just engineers, create these complex, purpose-driven networks. And here it is. This is the single most disruptive part of the whole thing: a 0% take rate. This is the direct answer to that creator revolt. In this new model, the platform isn't your landlord taking a huge cut. You, the creator, the architect, you keep 100% of what you earn. Next up, we have UUID again, which we touched on, but it's more than just a privacy-friendly ID. It's your front-facing shield for sovereignty online. And it comes with this absolutely critical feature, a digital kill switch. What that means is, at any time, with a single click, you can pull the plug and reclaim all of your data. Instantly. That is true ownership.
And finally, you have the modular plugins. This is what makes building your own everything app a real possibility, not just a fantasy. Think of it like a drag-and-drop experience. You can easily plug in tools for e-commerce or even decentralized finance, turning your social network into its own self-sustaining microeconomy, a place where people can actually earn and spend value right there inside the community.
Okay, so we've gone through the problems, the big vision, and the toolkit. But let's bring this all home. What does all of this really mean for you? What's the actual payoff in this massive shift away from social media and towards Web4?
This right here, this is the most important thing to get. This is not just a new, shiny version of the internet. It is a fundamental change in your role in the internet. For 20 years, we've all heard that saying, if the service is free, you are the product. In this new model, you are the architect. Let's just put it side by side, plain and simple. In the old world, your data was the product for sale, you paid taxes on your own success, and your online identity was basically borrowed. In this new model, you own the ecosystem, you keep all of your earnings, and your identity is truly yours. It's a complete 180-degree reversal of power. And this isn't just some niche, optional upgrade for tech geeks. The argument here is that this transition from being just a user on someone else's platform to being an owner of your own sovereign ecosystem is actually becoming a necessity. It's about digital survival in a world that's getting more and more centralized and complex. So, all of this leaves us with one last really crucial question. As the old world of social media fades away and this new era of decentralized, user-owned ecosystems starts to rise, you're going to have a choice to make. In the next era of the internet, will you be a user or will you be an architect?